Hey Dave, here you are with your coursing machine. It's finally completed. So this is what it's going to look like. It's in this little bin. A little picture of your dogs here. I put that on there with some tack glue. It's a glossy photo. It's been covered with urethane so it doesn't bleed or anything if it gets wet. So I thought that would be a nice touch for you. So here's the box. This is where your lure comes out right here. I think we already showed you all that. Another picture of the dogs on that side. Have an access hole to get to the spool if you need to. If you need to tighten the bolt, you can get in and out. So, lid pops off, very simple. And this is what we have on the inside. Let me just check my camera here, see if I get that shot. Yeah, it looks about right. So this is what comes packed on the inside. Alright, you got your four spindles. 2, 3, 4. You've got your 4 internal spikes for the bucket. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have your power charger for your to charge your battery up. Slow charger. You put it in. It says 4-hour quick charger, but it's an 8-amp battery. So if you leave it on overnight or something, a couple of days, it's not going to hurt. It will not overcharge. So we have everything in here. A couple pieces of wax for you. This is for the line. You definitely want to wax the line probably every 5 or 10 runs. You know, just try to hold it on the line as you bring it in. That will keep it from whiplashing and such. So here's your remote switch in the bucket. Another piece of wax here for you. There's extra weights. A couple of those in there. Alright. So you got extra weights and swivels in case you lose one. You got to run the weights on this. If you don't run a weight on it, it's going to spool in too quick and you're going to wind up knotting it up and getting it all in a big mess. You don't want to go down that road. So I didn't put the spades on. I did cover these with silicone, so there's no electrical issues in case you hit something with the metal. You're not going to short anything. On-off power switch is marked now. Foam is all nice and glued in the way it should be. This was the solution to the whiplash, was this piece of foam I put in here. So this was the solution to our problem. It unfortunately is going to build up like it looks here. There's not much you can do about it. Like a fishing reel has that action where it moves back and forth and it spools the line correctly. As long as when you bring it in there's enough tension on it, it shouldn't have any problems. I had no problems running it the other day. It was working perfectly. So anyway, this is how it goes. Cord goes out the side like so. Put your lid on in case maybe it's starting to rain or something. It's all fully self-contained. Ready to rock and roll. Here's your remote switch. And just make sure it's not turned on. This is a fail-safe on-off in here so you don't spin up the motor mistakenly by hitting this button. But you got this joystick. And there it is. And you got probably, oh, I don't know, 4 feet of cord here, so it'll allow you to hold the dog before you launch. So you can have the dog in one hand and have the remote in the other. Like I said, it's kind of like what that lady had online. Far less expensive. So this is the final design that I went with here. The way this is set up now with just the motor directly on the spool. Get your power take up here. Battery switches, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so what I'll do next is I'm going to set up the course, put some pylons in, just do a couple of shots of how easy that is to do. We'll set it up and then we'll run the plastic bag around the field out here a couple of times. Still don't have the dog as a volunteer right now, so you're just going to have to see how it works, but it's pretty damn fast. Alright. Okay, back again. So here we go, we got it laid out. What we're going to do is take our spikes. Bam. 1, 2, 3, 4, done. That's simple, no problem. Quick, quick, quick. Okay, we got the course laid out. It's going to be really difficult to see. This goes all the way out to almost way out to where that white marker is. This doesn't have a very good zoom. I don't know if we'll use the whole 150 yards. So this is our first pin here, and we're going to wrap the bunny around that and go on to the next ones. Show you this real quick. So this is what I was talking about with the rubber tubing. Slide that up so now it's on the top of the post like so. Stick it back in. Now it's not going to ride up, it will spin nice. Okay, so we've paid out all the line, 150 yards. Now what you'll notice here is that the spool is now empty. Okay, there's an arrow on here for which way it spools. It goes this way. You don't ever want to start it while it's on the pin like that, never. You will snap that line. It's 65 pounds, however you'll break it. There's a lot of torque. So spin it up a little bit like so. Get a little line on there, a few runs like that. This little bumpy thing is put there on purpose. This is so the line will spread on either side of that. We'll see how that works. Okay. Looks like we might want to tilt this bucket up a bit. If it suits you, you may want to open the hole on the front of the bucket a little more. It's a 1-inch cut hole in it now. But it looks like, depending on what the angle is, it's rubbing on the bucket a little bit from when I took it out. So I'm going to bump the front end up a little bit so it doesn't rub on the plastic. Like I said, you got to wax this line every once in a while, make sure, because it'll keep it from fraying. It'll keep it slick on the rollers. And it'll make it last a heck of a lot longer. Okay, so here's our bucket. We're angled up a little higher because the grass is... Actually, we're a little lower here compared to the rest of the field. That's probably why. So, I'm going to activate and safety switch to the on position. And maybe you can see it. There is a little white flag out there. And that's our lure. So I'm going to run this. Like I said, I don't know how well the video is going to work. I'm going to probably take it over towards that little tree over there, back out to the point where that white monument is, about where that other tree is. I'll stop it halfway. I'll move the camera over a little bit so we can see it coming in. But it boogies right along pretty quick. Okay, so here what we're going to do is we're going to do a run on this. Yeah, and then I'm going to focus video into the bucket while it's retrieving so we can see how it spins up on the reel. Okay, so here we go. Ooh. Oh. Okay, looks like we snapped the swivel off. So we'll stop it. Okay, well, that was a little weird. We did not snap the line. I thought we had, so. Anyway, we're going to attempt number 2 here. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can get a focus on that bag. Alright, so here it goes. There it goes. Oh. Wow, okay, missed the spindle, that's what happened. Here it comes. Damn. That is way, way quick. So, I don't think you have any problems with the dogs. Okay. Okay, so here's the spindle. Like I was saying, this is after we just retrieved just now. Look at how nice and neat that is. It packed up really well. The wax makes a big difference. It makes a little mess on the inside of the box because, you know, sometimes it gets caught up or whatever. There's a little bit residue, but that's nothing. You just brush it out with a brush. But see how nice and packed this is? There's a little loose on the sides because as they fall over the crease, you're going to have a little slack. So, you know, I would say probably once in a while you're going to run into a backlash or maybe a knot. And you just got to let off that switch, go back in and try to pick it loose without making it worse. But the wax on the string really helps to prevent that from happening because it slickens it up really nice, makes it nice and slippery so it doesn't stick. So it's pretty good. like I said, this is our solution to the backlash. Pretty much as soon as you let off the switch, or turn off the toggle, this keeps it from spinning. So it almost makes it come to a stop, like a brake. And this is what's going to keep everything from, oh, you got a spider going for a ride in there. But this is what's going to keep everything from going haywire when it comes back in. I know some of these look like they're the damage on the string. It's not. It's just the wax and stuff. Like I said, that 65-pound test, I mean, you're going to be really hard-pressed to break that in any way unless it hits something really hard and gets snagged. I mean, I think that's probably your only danger, is having to get looped up and wrapped on something. From the looks of that last retrieval, it didn't stay on that pylon way out the far end of the course, and that might be because we're not on a level surface right now. But it didn't stay on that pylon. That's why I thought it had snapped, because all of a sudden it was retrieving, but nothing was moving. So, but that's not what happened. So it looks like it's all good. I hope you enjoy your new invention, and hope the dogs like it. I hope you like it. And take care. Thanks.